Future of Township Economies. A new approach to explore present and future opportunities of rural and township economies. An evergreen gold mine. This is what I talk about in this book, Future of Township Economies. It shows the possible innovations that can happen, and I'm gonna try to put it in a very simple way, which is what really the book does. Also, I use a model called the adjacent possible theory. It's a bit technical. I will maybe speak about it later. So let me just paint a picture of how then do you see future of township economies. How do you from today look into the future? And then the future doesn't have to be very far off. It could be tomorrow, just next week. How do you do that? Let me give an example with the internet, right? So the internet became mainstream in the early 90s through the development of the World Wide Web. Previously then it was more so used by the military, the US military. And then it went mainstream, like I said, when the World Wide Web was created. World Wide Web is just an app that allows anyone to go onto a website, right? Then websites were built so we could check information on websites. So the bringing about of the internet, you will see now, brought about the following opportunities. So you have the internet. Today, what's possible, which is the future of what was possible in the early 90s. You've got internet banking, right? When you mix internet and when you mix banking, you get internet banking. Banking obviously was there. It's been there for thousands of years now. When you mix it with internet, it becomes internet banking. There is, online gambling, dating apps, anything online, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, all these things, or you could say streaming of movies, of music, they are possible because of the internet, right? So the internet, what it did, it gave an opportunity for things to be matched. So you have internet, you have banking. When you bring the two, it gives internet banking. So innovation, actually, it's that. It's the bringing together of two things that then give you a new utility that was not there, right? In a big biblical sense, it says nothing new under the sun. So with everything that's in existence, even the new things, when you fuse it with something, it could be something older, it creates, or it could create, a new utility, right? Maybe let me look for another example, just to show that innovation is the bringing together of two more things to bring a utility, right? Let's say you've got let's give an example with a car. How did a car come about? Really, it goes a long way. There were carts, right? I'm just giving you an example, like a loose example. There were carts, as in sort of carts that were pulled by donkeys, and then someone innovated a motor engine, right? When you throw a motor engine into a cart, it becomes a car. I'm just simplifying it. I'm being very simplistic. And then there were seats, right? Seats have been there, or chairs, and then again you throw them into a car. So a car is an amalgamation of many things that then bring about this new utility that's better than, say, a cart, that's better than donkeys. That's what you're innovating. So today, now for this book, it's only within a township context. So what does today's technology bring to us, or at least enable us, right? Let me give you an example. You've got 3D printing. You can design a chair, and you could have it made within a week with 3D printing. It used to be that back then you needed to go to an injection molder who will then create a mold that will create that chair for you. Then it costs thousands of rands. Now with 3D printing, I'm sure for less than 5,000 you can get a prototype of a chair made. You can even make molds with 3D printing. It makes it cheaper. So today's innovation, it allows people in townships to partake in businesses that they could not partake in. It sort of decentralizes the market, the creation of products, right? The market creation, economy. It allows that. You can think of AI, right? AI also, it allows anyone to write a CV, let's say, for example, or what can you do with AI in a township context? You can think about that. So if you were doing a website some years ago, you say you've got a business, it's township based, you can just give AI prompts of what it should write about the pages of your website, the about us. You can just give it hints to say ChatGPT or Grok or whatever AI there is or that you prefer to use. You give it those prompts and say, can you quickly write for me an about page for my business. So think of it that way. In the early 90s, the internet gave opportunities to so many innovations that are present today. Today, you've got 3D printing, you've got AI, you've got all these sorts of innovations. What then can you create from a township context? Why specifically this book I'm writing about the townships, because the township presents a lot of opportunities. For example, obviously, rent, for example, is cheaper, so more people will be in townships because per square meter it's cheaper. And then you've got this many people in the township as compared to, say, suburbs, where in square meter it's expensive. Obviously, people will be coming from rural areas going to townships to stay there, to stay closer to opportunities, school, work, all sorts of opportunities. They'll go to townships. So it houses a lot of people, right? Now it means if you are marketing a business, right, a small sign that you can put outside your yard, it will be viewed by a lot of people. So obviously it's a township. The kind of products that you would want to sell in the townships, it has to be things that those people in a township would want to consume. This book is not about making you or forcing you to create specific kind of products. I'm just illustrating what is possible in a township context, right? You can make essential goods, clothes, shoes. Today also shoes are, it used to be that to make shoes, manufacturers required thousands of units, a minimum order quantities. Today, because again of innovation, smaller machines that can make shoes are present in, say, in China or this manufacturing country. You just go to Alibaba, search a manufacturer, whichever way you prefer, and talk to them and see if they can manufacture that kind of product. So one of the ways also shoes are maybe cheaper to make is that let me say a website. Let me just jump into a website. I'm gonna tie it back to shoes. So a website, again, in the 90s, it cost thousands of rands, right? And meaning the website developers would have to code it from scratch. And then came things like WordPress, wherein people design themes, different type of themes. You just choose a theme, you buy it, or some are free, or some are freemiums. You buy that theme and then you just do minor edits with it, edits that don't require you to be a programmer. And then even with shoes, that's the case. There are so many, you could say, themes or components of shoes so many soles that you can pick, so many, different components of a shoe that, when you are manufacturing a shoe today, and manufacturers say, what do you want to do it from scratch? You want to do new molds, or are you making things that had not existed before? Or then alternatively, you can use this, you could say, themes or components they have. That's another way things are cheaper. So townships are quite a good, a big good economy, that, and that even technology today, the newer technology allows us to create products for townships that otherwise would have been very, very expensive in previous years. So I think I'll end it here. If you got any questions, you can post them up in the comments. So the book is called Future of Township Economies. It's available in all South African bookstores, bargain books, exclusive books. Also, you can find it on my website, tisetsomaloma.co.za, or just Google my name, Tisetso Maloma, and then my website will come about. It's available on Amazon. It's available on a bunch of other online stores, international online stores, if you prefer an ebook. Otherwise, the printed copy is available in all South African bookstores, bargain books, exclusive books, Van Skyke, any store. Just maybe call them up or go to it. If they don't have a copy, they know where to order. So Future of Township Economies, get yourself a copy. Like I said, if you've got any questions in the comments, I will reply maybe with another video. Just comment there. Cheers.